My ultimate toys that I usually recommend for 6 to 9 month old babies, check it out. Now these toys help promote crawling and rolling. They start holding an object on each hand and they are probably even starting to bang objects together. Some babies are at this age even are starting to kneel and even stand. And some babies that are very unique end up even walking during this age. So let's dig into my favorite activities that promote all these different skills, and I will go by through every single one and the benefits of them. So I really love the huge, large activity cubes, as you can tell here. These are amazing cubes because they help promote with kneeling and it helps the baby to learn how to crawl if your baby isn't crawling yet between the 6 to 9 month age group. Now, kneeling is wonderful because, again, it's working on the glute muscles, the ab muscles, and it's also entertaining the baby when it comes to these really large cubes. So check them out in terms of my Amazon storefront. And it also promotes independent sitting in case your baby is a little wobbly and needs a little bit more strengthening in the abdominal muscles. These cubes really help promote more of that independent sitting. Now, let's not forget the fine motor skills that babies from 6 to 9 months end up developing during this age group. Now, we want to end up kind of decreasing more of the really large objects that are more like cause and effect, that they just kind of bang more so with our hands. And let's start concentrating a little bit more on the fine motor skills. Again, I'm a pediatric occupational therapist. Occupational therapists, we are all about fine motor skills. Now, fine motor skills are little tiny muscles that we have in between our fingers. Now, when it comes to this age group, it's really great to start focusing on blocks. Blocks are wonderful because it really helps promote and strengthen the arch of the hands. So any wooden blocks or even any plastic blocks of different types of sizes. Definitely let's not pick blocks that are really tiny where they're putting those tiny blocks inside their mouth, because these blocks are obviously a choking hazard. So wooden blocks that are large enough, like the ones that I have here, as you can tell, these are wonderful to work on that nice strengthening of the palm muscle, because later on we're going to need these palm of the hand to be able to write later on when they get a little bit older. So why not promote the strengthening now for your baby, and it also will help with the crawling as well too. And rings. These stacking rings are amazing too because it also promotes different types of grasp pattern to be able to grasp in a different way. So that would be great. And then also this other toy when it comes to balls, trying to put the ball inside the hole. It's a Montessori toy. Now again, from 6 to 9 months, they're starting to kind of understand that concept of a cause and effect. You know, if I grab this ball and I take it out, that would be great. Now this particular toy with balls, it's wonderful because they are holding on to any type of ball. This Montessori toy is wonderful because they can grow into it from 6 to 12 months, but between the 6 to 9 months is great because they're able to also do more of a spherical grasp pattern, and it's great because they're working more so on the tips of the fingers and the fingers in general, and also even the palm of the hand, and it gives them a different type of grasp and a different type of opportunity to work on different types of muscles when it comes to the little itty bitty hands. So balls are a great thing to do. Even the little soft balls that I will go ahead and attach here in my Amazon storefront, just so they can start grasping and really working on those fine motor skills as well too. And one of my ultimate favorite when it comes to fine motor, the sensory Montessori toy, where they're able to pull and they're able to hold the string, and they're really having to manipulate that object and pull and put it in their mouth. They have little rings attached to it at the very end, and other different types of shapes and different types of textures as well too. So these are wonderful for little itty bitty babies to play with and to utilize their tiny little hands in different ways. And again, I feel like I'm recommending it in every single video, even for newborn babies, is a mat. Having that ideal cushiony, textury kind of mat to help with traction to help with rolling. So mats are wonderful overall to be able to promote more of that floor time activity, especially between 6 to 9 months, because the baby is not only independently sitting or close to independently sitting, but they are also attempting to crawl, and crawling is very important. And again, the surface, the floor, if you end up having a slippery floor, such a hardwood floor, it's very difficult for baby to gain traction to be able to crawl on their own, not unless you could take off their little pants. But again, it can be a hard surface, and it can be very uncomfortable for babies as well too. So yeah, these different types of mats are very ideal for your little one to attempt to learn how to crawl. And lastly, I really enjoy this little tissue box that I have as shown here in this particular picture, where baby is taking out really soft scarves, and it gives them an idea of that pulling out an object from a particular box or a particular item. So this will help later on with learning how to pull out and then putting in objects as they get closer to that 12-month stage of putting in and out objects. So that gives them an opportunity to also work on the fine motor skills, to also work on the vision, and it also works on that hand-eye coordination of pulling an object out, and even sitting skills as well too. So this is a great little toy where you can attempt many different things, and the baby can also grow into it as well too. So check these toys out. I will go ahead and link them down below, and check them out in my Amazon storefront. And enjoy them, and enjoy your little one more than anything. Definitely go down there and play with your little one with all these particular toys.